Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurrect Autos HQ. Today guys, we are working on this Ford Focus with the water damage on the back that was going through the bumper vents. I've had the machine, the humidifier, in that car for 4 days straight. So definitely, I think that's it. I think it's had a good old going in there. So we can start the process of putting all the bits and pieces back together. I've actually got parts everywhere for this car. It's just, yeah, it's all over the place. So you can see it all out. It's just everywhere. So yeah, I'm gonna start. But before we start doing the reassemble of all the bits and pieces, the seats, the carpets and all that sort of stuff, we've got to do the repair to the back. So we've got to take the bumper off, do the repair, seal it all back up, put the vents back on, make sure this is not gonna happen again. I'm going to use mastic, a clear mastic. It's a bathroom mastic, which is pretty good. It stops water getting through in bathrooms and baths, and so if that stops it, then it should be all right on this. So yeah, let's jump into it. Let's do this. Right, guys. So as I was just saying, yeah, we have to do the repair to the back first. Take the bumper off. Get all that sealed up properly behind the vents, mastic it all in properly, make sure it's watertight, no problems going forward. Not sure about these light clusters at the minute. We'll have a look at that, whether or not I need to do this as well, because that's where on the back of the light cluster you've got like a bolt, like a thread that goes through, and on the inside you do up the plastic bolt, the nut things to hold them together. That's that one and this one. So I might put some mastic a little bit round away from where it pushes. I don't know yet, but definitely the problem I think is going to be the behind the vents. So we have to do that. So like I said before, this here, the humidifier, has been going for 4 days now, and you can see how much water's at the bottom. I don't think we're going to pull out anymore. I think I've had it running long enough now, and it just needs a good clean up inside here. I'll spray it and clean it and wipe it and dry it just to make sure I get rid of all the dirt, mould and all the other bits and pieces. I've already hit and cleaned the central console there. You can see that it's all a lot more, that was full up with mould and stuff, so it's a lot cleaner, so that's good. I've wiped the seat belts because they were covered up in mould and stuff, and they're being wiped over now, so they're done, all cleaned up. So yeah, I think I'll take this out. We'll get this bumper off and attack the back first and go from there. This is all dried up. All this, it's a bit dirty, I'll be honest with you, underneath the sponge, but it's only dirty watermarks. It's actually dry, spotless. It's really, yeah, it's completely dry all over. So yeah, that can go back in. But let's work on the back first. Let's get this back sorted out, and then we can move on. So I'll set you up. Let me get the bumper off. Let me start sealing up these vents, and then yeah, we can carry on. So let's do this. Right guys, so as you just saw there, these vents have been masticed in. I put mastic round first, then squodged it in, then went over the top of it again. So yeah, I don't think that's ever going to leak. This mastic is it's really good as well. It's like I said, it's for bathrooms and anti-mold, you know. Very good silicone this is. So I'll have to do this side as well. But yeah, and I've put the bungs in as well. So you can see the plastic bungs there. on both sides. I'm going to put them in just because, you know, I've had a lot of messages saying, "Oh, just leave the bungs out, and then that'll stop it from getting in there again." But when in the rain, if the water goes up, it will eventually go up into that hole, because that's quite a big hole, to be honest with you. It's about 15 mil wide, maybe 20, and it will just, water will go up in there, and you've got this sponge, not sponge, it's like a sponge, it's like a fabric, don't know what it is, but anyway, it goes in on that, and so any water that goes up will go onto this, soak again, and eventually it will build up in that far corner there. So there's no point in leaving that bung off, because water is going to go up when you in the rain and when you're driving. So I'm going to put them back in place. Yeah. So I'm going to carry on, guys. Do this side now, because that side's done. Let me get this done, and then we can move on and check anything else. I might put a little piece like around. I can't put anything near it, because obviously it needs to be able to come in and out to get the light cluster in and out. So, but I might have to. I can go around it like this to create a barrier for if the water does. It will run down here. It's not going to run into that or into that. Do you know what I mean? That one's okay because it goes inside, so it gets bunged up. So that's no way, that one. But these ones, maybe check this as well. That's pretty tight. Inside there, it's pretty tight. I'll put some around that just in case. It's worth it, innit? Yeah, I think it's worth it. So I'll put it round where I think it might affect it and go in. But yeah. It's just, who knows, really. Anyway, let me gum them all up, I'll mastic it all up, put them back in, and let's crack on, guys. Let's keep going, and, get this sorted out, and then we can start actually putting it all back together. Putting all the boot stuff back in, all the carpets all back in, putting all the carpets in there, that can all go back in together, all the seats back in, and then we can start working on the front. And the front end, I've probably made a decision on that as well. I'm not only going to do the front end and change the bonnet, bumper, lights, and all the rest of the crash bar and all that stuff. I'm also going to do full service, timing belt, water pump, cam cover gasket, probably anything else that I think that needs part of the service. And then this car is going to be absolutely spot on. Everything's going to be perfect, ready to go. And the new owner will have no problems with this car at all. So there we go. Let me set you up. Let me crack on. Let's do this. Right, okie dokie, guys. So, there you go. This side is done as well as the other side. I've really gone to town on it. I've behind it and then masticed and then push it on. Then gone over twice just to build up the mastic around the edges as well. Really sealed it up. Don't ever think that's going to be a problem. So yeah, that should be the problem solved. Also, what I did was I just done some mastic around this grommet here that's hold the wiring. So I just go over the top of it and then just sort of, you know, go over that to make sure there's no wire, there's no water going down that inside that grommet as well. This bit here, I've made like a channel. So if the water does run down oh, sorry guys, if the water does run down, it will run around, not against or down at any point. So that's my theory with that as well as this as well. You can see I've just done a little channel, so if the water runs down, it should just run away from it. There's enough gap behind the actual cluster rear light that it won't touch. The light won't touch that mastic at all. So yeah, that's what I've done, both sides, and that should be that. And it's a case of now just putting the rear bumper back on, putting all the trims back in place, and start the reassemble, really. I'll probably put the bumper on, and then I want to sort of spray up and clean up the inside, just to make sure there's no sort of, you know, just to clean it, basically, just to clean the floor, clean the pan, yeah, just clean up all this sort of dust and thing where the humidifier's pulled the actual moisture and the water out. It's left, you know, some water lines and residues. Nothing like major, but I just want to clean it, like, you know, just want to clean it up. It's just a bit dusty in it now. So yeah, I'll set you up, guys. Let's carry on. Let's do this. So guys, we are moving on very nicely. It is all back together. All the bumpers back on, lights are back in, all been sealed up. All the trims and all the stuff is in the boot. That is done. It's all cleaned. Apart from the underneath part of the, no, you can't really see that, but it's a bit dirty. I've got a little bit of hoovering to do on the back here, but yeah, it's coming along nicely now. It's really, really well. Yeah, so that's the back done. Let's move on to the inside now on the front. We want to get this, get it all cleaned up, all inside. Let me come this side, show you a bit better. Spray it all up, clean it all up, make sure there's no watermarks or things anywhere around. Just give it, whilst the carpet's out, let's just give it a good clean. Get a hoover, a white rand, a spray, and then just make sure it's cleaned up nicely. And then we're going to be putting the carpet back in, and the seats, the back seats, or the bench seats got to go back in as well. And yeah, let's just get this interior in, sorted and done. And then once we've done that, then we can move to the accident damage where it was sent to the auction in the first place, which is the front end. And like I said to you on a previous bit, I'm probably going to do a major service, timing belt, water pump, the whole lot on this car. Whilst the front end is completely off, it just makes sense to get that done. And it's just, it's not massive amount of money. It's an extra couple of £100 for all the servicing parts, timing belt and all that sort of stuff. A little bit of time for me, but I definitely think it's worth it when it comes to selling these cars. And peace of mind. Like I've always said, guys, I'm not in it just to buy a car from an auction, and then do a few bits and pieces to it and kick it out the door, forget about it. That's not the type of person I am. I absolutely want to go mad on these cars, and they never come back. So that's the reason why I do what I do. So there we go. I know it's guys, I know it's a business. I know we've got to make money, profit and all the rest of it, and they've got to keep the doors open. But my overheads are very, very low, really, really low compared to, employing people, and all the rest of it. So yeah, that's enough waffling. Let me crack on. Let me set you up. Let's crack on with this inside. Let's get this done first. And then we'll move on. So let's do this. Right, guys, definitely moving along now. As you can see, I've just done all the trims, all buttoned up all the seat belts and that as well. Yeah, so I'm just cleaning the panels as I go. So yeah, so before I put them on, give them a clean with my drill as well, with a brush head on the drill, and it just cleans everything up before. I ain't got to do it later on. Just makes sense to do it now whilst I'm still doing it. I've still got to get a little bit of hoovering to go on this carpet, so I'll get all that off. But yeah, definitely, it's definitely an improvement. It's definitely getting there. Nice and clean when I'm done. So yeah. But I did take off the, took out the cabin filter whilst I was underneath there. Might as well get it changed. Ain't that bad. This is one of those fibre ones. They're not just paper. It's like something, yeah, fibre something. I don't know. Anyway, I thought I'll whip it out and change that later on. But I just wanted to quickly talk to you about this and this. So basically, this is, as you can see, a buzzer module, and this is for the front sensors. And this is not original Ford, guys. This is a part that someone's put in. And I'll tell you how I know that is because on this dash bit here, there's a little buzzer here for the parking sensors. And it's not. Yeah, it's not Ford's. Definitely not Ford. So that has got to come out. Yeah, so I'll pull them off these fronts. And I think I saw it because this one's smashed off here as well, this sensor. And it's not an original part, Ford's. So yeah, even though it's been sprayed, I don't know now. I'm questioning myself whether or not that's the original part, Ford's, for the loom. I'll have to check to see if it is. Yeah, don't know about that. I'll leave it for now, and I'll plug it back in if it needs to be plugged back in. But I'll leave it for now, and then we'll have a look when the front end comes off. Then we'll have a look at the bumper and the sensors and the wiring, see if it's original loom or just some aftermarket sensors that someone's put in. But I'll leave it for now. Let's crack on with the inside. Let's continue. So now it's going to be bench seats at the back. Hoover up first, bench seats, then the two front seats, driver and passenger. Plug it all in, and just continue getting this interior sorted out. So let's crack on and let's do this. Right guys, there we go. Everything's back to normal, back in place. So yeah. Just check the sensors on the rear, because we haven't done obviously the front ones. Wicked. There we go. That's good. So yeah, we know it's done 96,000 miles. You can see it there, but it's getting there, guys. It's starting to, yeah, now I can move it around. It'll drive. And I think the only thing, you know, we'll just carry on, start on the front end. I'll put it on the ramp. Yeah, I'll put it on the ramp, and let's start getting the front end off, and you know, working on the actual the actual part that was the reason why I went to the auction was because of the, you know, the crash damage at the front. So, but at least, you know, all this is done. It's all dried out. It's all cleaned. The repair's done behind the bumper, so the next owner is not going to have no problems with this car whatsoever. You know, especially when I've done all the servicing, the timing. We'll have a look at the timing belt, make sure that it does need changing, because it doesn't actually show it on the book that the timing belt's been done, which is, you know, normally they write it on there that it's been done, but at least I can do it, do the service, do the full service, do all the stuff, and continue with the service history on the actual record of the car. So, yeah, let's jump outside. I'll reverse the car in. We'll set it up. Let's start taking the front end off, get the bumper off, bonnet, and all the bits and pieces, and start tearing down the front on this damage. So, yeah, let's continue, guys. Let's do this. Right, guys, there we go. That is most of it stripped down. Still got a little bit more, as you can see. Crash bar, rad pack, and that's got to be taken off, but it's slowly getting there. I've done quite a lot today, to be honest with you. I've done all the inside, and I've started on the front as well. So, yeah, that's where we are. But let me just show you these sensors. So, yeah, on first, like when you look at it like this, it looks like it's, you know, it's original Ford, but because of this stuff here, like it's like a protective for the wire, and you got this here as well that's connected to it. Yeah, but then as you go up and look at the actual wiring itself, it's connected to this here. This is the connection, and this is how it's been connected. So yeah, it's a little bit I'm not sure. I don't know if someone's maybe cut it off of another vehicle, and got the wiring loom off of another vehicle, a Ford car, and then, you know, they've connected the wires up and made a connection to it. Something's not that's not come out the factory. There's no way. I'm sorry, I can't see if that's come out the factory. I've not even looked underneath here what they've done. No, I can't even get it open there to show you. Oh, yes I have. Okay. So this is what they've done. The wires come round here and it's come underneath that grommet, rubber grommet there. And then it's come into here. Oh, guys, I don't know. Look, that's not right. That's not right. I might just have to cut all this out. Get rid of it and blank it off. Something's not right there. I think that's what's happened. I think someone has cut sensors off another car, a Ford loom, and like just connected it with wires like that, and then run it up there. Drop me a comment what you think about that, guys. But I think I'm gonna have to cut that out, and then just go back to how it originally was, and how it originally was. I don't think had sensors. This is a Z-Tech model. They only come with rear sensors, not front sensors on the Z-Tech model. So, yeah. Mind you saying that, there's supposed to be a button or something on the inside. I had this before on what do I have? I had it on the Fiesta, didn't I? Oh no, that was for the rear. Yeah, I remember I had a buzzing sound coming from the rear of the Fiesta. Something's not sitting right with me, to be honest with these sensors. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to cut it out. Let me know what you think. Drop me a comment. Should I just cut it out and then go back to standard, how it was? Or should I try and, because obviously the actual plugs are okay. And two of the sensors are okay. Two of the sensors are okay. I'll have to get two more. You can see that they're smashed up, look. In the crash, they've just been smashed up. I don't think they're original Ford. But we've definitely got to get another bumper. I'm not reusing that, no chance. It's too far gone, so that's got to be done. We'll have to get another grill as well for the front here, because obviously the sensors, if we cut them out, these little things as well, I'd change them. I think the fog lights would be okay. Yeah, the fog lights should be okay. What's that for? Oh, that's for the fog light wiring loom. Goes around the bumper. So yeah, that's where we are with this one. It doesn't look like it's gone back that far. The hit's here, just at the front here, and all this looks okay. It is a category N, to be honest with you, so it should be non-structural. So yeah, it looks like it's bent here. So probably going to get away with just sort of changing those, and hopefully just put it in place and it lines up where it should. These actual louvers here, I've noticed as well, these ones at the top and bottom, they actually mechanically work up and down. But I think I'm going to get a whole rad pack, the whole lot, front slam panel, crash back, the whole lot comes as one. So yeah, that's where we are so far with it. But we have got some really good access to get all the timing done up here. Loads of space. Once the front end's off, it's even more space. So yeah. So that's what we are at the minute, guys. That's where we are. So I'm going to leave it there. It's always a good clean up as well. All these turbo soot and crap all over it. It's not oil. It just looks like it's like a soot. Maybe there's a leak. Don't know. We'll have to clean it all up anyway. So yeah, guys, I'm going to leave it there for today's video. That's going to be the end. I really appreciate the support, guys. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. That'll help massively. Don't forget, drop me a comment if you've got anything to say on this video, what I've been doing. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one.